Hi there, how are you today? So in this video, I wanted to talk to you about how to change your past. I've noticed there's a huge interest on the videos where I'm talking about changing your past. And today I wanted to share with you the number one secret to changing your past, becoming spiritually awakened, becoming enlightened, becoming self-aware, because they're all one and the same thing. Becoming self-aware, becoming aware of the self. But the first step for all of these processes, all of them, whether you want to change your past or whether you want to become enlightened or spiritually aware, the very first step that you need to take is to stop focusing on others. You know, as I was editing the videos from this past week, I kept finding that theme kept popping up, and it kept popping up, and it kept popping up. And I just had this realization. When I wrote my first book, that is what had happened at that moment. I had stopped focusing on others and had started to focus on me. To become self-aware, the two words actually tell you, you become aware of the self. You become aware of your self. And self is with a capital S, which is also pointing to your spirit, your soul, whatever else you want to call it. Becoming aware of the self, of the higher self. To become aware of the higher self, you need to be going within. You need to be looking at you. To become spiritually awakened, you need to start focusing on you. To change your past, you need to start focusing on you. If you keep focusing on others, if you keep looking to blame others for all the things they've done to you, for all the pain they've caused you, all the suffering, as long as you keep focusing out there, changing the past is impossible. Because the way we change the past is when we become self-aware. We become aware of the self, of the spirit, of the soul. We become aware that we are spirit in human form. And once you realize this truth, when you look at the past, it no longer looks the same. The events cannot be changed. The events will never change. You were meant to go through those events to get you here to this moment. Your soul chose to experience all those events that you've been through. And the only way we can change the past is we change how we're looking at it. Now, if we keep looking at it from the victim perspective, what they did to me, how could they do that to me, and all those victim thoughts that go through your mind, how could they do that to me? Why? Why did they do that to me? To me. But you're focusing on them, on their actions, on their words, on their deeds, on what they did. And as long as you keep looking at them as the perpetrators and you as the victim, that change, that past cannot change. The shift happens, the change happens when we step back into who we truly are. We are no longer the victim. We are the spirit in human form that chose these experiences so that we could know what that feels like. We could know fully how that feels for ourselves, not for those people, not for the perpetrators. It was never about coming here to be the victim or the perpetrator or any of those roles. And one of the most beautiful things that my friend in New Zealand said to me one day was, "Did you realize," she says to me, "there's no such thing as perpetrators or victims. There are only volunteers." And as soon as she said that, I just had this, my mind felt like it exploded. I was like, yeah, she's right. We volunteer, our souls, our spirits volunteer to come and have these beautiful experiences so that we can know what that feels like. And through those experiences, know ourselves, ourself, with capital S, ourself, more fully. We can know what love is more fully, what joy is more fully, what bliss is. These beautiful energies expand within us through these experiences that we have here on earth. But step number 1, and the secret to being able to change your past in this very moment, you have the capacity to do this, and it is to stop focusing on others. Stop. As every time you think of judging someone else for something or blaming someone else for something, stop. Stop yourself. Just stop for a moment. As long as we keep doing that, not only can we not change the past, but we can't change the future either. We're just going to keep getting the same of what we've had up until now. Because what changes, what's going to happen from this moment forward, is us. It's our thinking. It's how we look at the world. If we keep looking at the world from the eyes of the victim, they did this to me, how could they do that to me? And all of those thoughts that keep you in victim mode. You keep yourself in victim mode. The moment you stop focusing on others and you start looking at yourself and you start asking the question, what was I meant to gain from that experience? Now that I know how that feels, what was I meant to gain as a soul? What was my soul looking to experience? What did it want to know from this experience? These other beings in your childhood played out these roles for you. Before coming here, you all have soul contracts with each other, that this is what will be played out when you are here. Your parents or whoever raised you, they had their experiences in their childhood that they'd chosen, whatever those experiences were. And then you chose your experiences coming in. And in this moment right here, we invite you, your higher self, my higher self, we invite you to start focusing on you. And I'm going to take you back to a moment, this beautiful moment when you're born and you come into this world and you are the love. You have been untouched by this world. You are this beautiful love, unconditional, unwavering, infinite love. And then you come into the world to have the experiences that you chose to have. But to have these human experiences, we need to walk away from that beautiful love. We need to leave it behind. Because if you do not separate from the love that you are, it is impossible to have these human experiences. This is what has been unfolding in the last 2 books. You can change your past, and I Am Light, I Am Dark, that has just been published. Our parents need to reject our love when we are little, so that we in turn reject our love and turn our backs on it. If you stay in your natural state of love that you are, as you walk through this life, all you will see is love. Loving love. That's all that's ever happening. You won't be able to see anything else because you've never left your natural state. So in this moment, we invite you to go back to that very first moment when you took your first breath in this world. Remember the love that you are. Remember the light that you are. Remember when you're looking around with your little baby eyes, all you can see is the light in everyone and everything. All the energies, you can see them. They're so beautiful dancing around you. So beautiful. So stay with that for a moment today. Sit with yourself and take yourself back to that first moment where you first opened up your eyes for the very first time in this world, took your very first breath, and feel within your being the love that you are. Because no matter what you've been through in this lifetime, that love is still there. You are still there. It doesn't go anywhere. You just put it aside for a while. You ignore it. You forget it in order to have this human experience. But it is always with you. It never leaves you. It is who you are. This beautiful love. So for this moment, we're going to sit with this beautiful love that we are, that we were when we came into the world, that we still are, and that we will always be. All right, my darlings, remember the love that you are, because it is something that can never be taken away from you. It can never be destroyed. It can't be harmed. It is who you are in your natural state. Unwavering, unconditional, infinite, boundless love. It's so beautiful. You are so beautiful. All right, my darlings. I love you guys. Remember to click like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the messages. And remember, now, from this moment forward, we are going to focus on us. You are going to focus on you. We're no longer occupied with what's happening with others, what they did, what they didn't do, what they said, what they didn't say. That's not going to get you anywhere. It's just going to give you more of the same. We'll talk more about it in the next video, okay? I love you guys. Bye for now.